Hey guys, so Lord here, back in with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Mr. Hyde Wave Deathdealer. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today we are taking a look at the Deathdealer. He is part of the Mr. Hyde wave of Marvel Legends figures, which were technically put out to promote the new Shang-Chi movie, which, I'm going to be honest, is probably the last figure I'm going to look at from this wave, other than maybe the Mr. Hyde Bath if I ever complete him. Not really into this wave. I got this guy mostly to go with the comic Shang-Chi, whatever chi you want to call it, because I don't know if we'll ever get a comic Deathdealer, so this is the next best thing at the moment. He comes with the left arm of a Mr. Hyde, and yeah, it's basically Mr. Fix-It with a different hand on it. I know. He's got the elbow bend there. Really cool sculpt on the hand, though. I like that. He's got the swivel there, and then this, of course, is on a hinge. I believe I showed the, what is it, one of the legs with the Iron Man I reviewed way back in late April. It's like the last week of April when I got him. I just got this guy this past week because he is hard as balls to find. Not quite sure why that is, because he is kind of a nobody character, unless maybe he's an army builder, or maybe he just looks that cool. I don't know, I think a lot of that Villains wave that just came out looks cooler than this guy, but what do I know? Just some schmuck who reviews action figures on the internet for free! Although the free thing's probably my fault. I will say the head sculpt bleh, is very striking on this guy. Kind of has a kabuki mask face going on there, which I believe the original Deathdealer had like a skull, so it would have been nice if he just had like corpse paint. Maybe he does. Maybe he's got skull paint under that mask there. He's got a ponytail, not articulated though, just sits there. He's got these arm pads with some straps on the back, little tassels there. He's got a gi, or a martial arts kind of outfit going on here. He's got some ties on the back. He's got a little belt buckle there. He's got some knee pads, and then his feet. But the aesthetics on this guy, it's MCU-ish, which, again, I've talked to a few people about this. I'm kind of pulling out of the MCU stuff. I don't think I'm going to buy anything from that Disney Plus wave. And this Shang-Chi wave, other than maybe Shang-Chi himself, I'm kind of over MCU figures at this point. They just make so many of them a year. They always get higher budgets than the comic stuff, which I understand to a point, but if you could put that much budget into something like this, then why not put it into something that's going to sell a little better, or a character that's more well-known? I don't know, that's just my 2 cents, but articulation on this guy, he's got a hinge in the neck. Can bend down pretty good. Bend up pretty good. Be careful about that ponytail. You don't want to snap that off, but that's why they should have made it a separate piece. Well, it might actually be a separate piece. I don't know. I don't really care. He's got a swivel in the head. He's got some tilt. You can snap his neck and kill him, even though he does have the ponytail going on. So there you go. And what's funny is they can't paint Venom's spider logo, one of the most iconic symbols of all Marvel comics, right to save their lives, but yet they can paint all the intricate details on this fool damn near perfect. So I'm just saying. He's got a torso crunch too. It does work, but the gi does not move with it. It just kind of shifts stuff around. Doesn't really work too well. His shoulders are on swivels. They do hinge out to the side. A little bit past 90. Just a tad. They go back down. Doesn't feel like he's got a butterfly joint, but maybe he does. It's not really effective, but it kind of feels like there's one there. He's got a bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow, which he can yawn or cough into his hand, which is not what you're supposed to do. You spread plagues that way. He's got a swivel at the wrist with a hinge, and he does come with an alternate set of hands, which I'll show in a minute, but can easily pop the hands out. Kind of wish he had some fists, because I assume he's going to punch stuff too. I don't know why they didn't give him fists. He does have a waist swivel. It does work pretty well. His hips are pretty hindered by the skirt piece, though. You got to kind of fold it up and out of the way, and then you can start to use it, but this will push down on whatever is holding it up. And they will probably eventually go back into place. But you can kick in and out a little bit. You can kick forward and back a little bit. He does have a thigh cut in there. He's got double jointed knees, which do work pretty well. He can't kick his own ass, but it's okay. Kind of understandable. He's got a hinge in the foot, as well as a rocker. And be careful with these rockers. I had to loosen mine up with some soap, especially on this side. It gets stuck. It's a lot better than it was when I first opened it, but yeah, they are basically like the Carnage figure from the Venom Pool Wave, which actually ain't giving me any problems right now. Knock on wood. But yeah, be wary about that. You don't want to break this guy. He is a little bit harder to find. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad figure, but it's not great. I said overall too early again. Damn it! But he does come with a couple of extra hands. He's got one with a throwing knife in it, which is kind of whatever. And then he's got one with the knives flying out of it. Again, kind of whatever. You guys see these in the intro, and you'll see them again in the outro attached to the figure, so I'm not going to waste time swapping them out or anything. So with that being said, let's take a look at some size comparisons. Taking a look at some size comparisons, here's the Deathdealer next to the comic book version of Shang-Chi from, I want to say, the Demogoblin wave, which was a Spider-Man wave of all things, and the Hand Ninja from the Stiltman wave, which again was a Spider-Man wave of all things, just to give you a look at how this guy compares to some comic-based Marvel characters. And I think you could fudge him in here, maybe get a new head sculpt with that skull mask on it. I think he'd work great here. Up next, here he is next to a couple of G.I. Joe Classified Series figures. We got Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Shout out to T-Biz for the hookup on that one. Just to give you a bit of a ninja comparison. And last, but certainly not least, got our two regular C Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibulus, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and while I'm still not the biggest MCU guy, I think that if you want a comic book Deathdealer, this is your best bet for now. I don't really see him getting to this character in the comic book style anytime soon. Hey, I could be wrong, but at the same time, we all know where Hasbro's putting their budget with this line. Always MCU first, which, to be honest, it's kind of BS, because without the comics, we wouldn't have the MCU, but I digress. That, and I don't know about you guys, but up here, the MCU stuff hangs around. The comic stuff's what sells. So, yeah, just say it. Not everyone likes movie stuff, especially when they crammed so much of it out at once. Like, this wave came out, and then right after that, the Disney Plus wave, which, again, probably not going to buy any of those. came out, and now the pegs are clogged with those, and I can't find Dormammu because, damn it, there's too much movie crap on the shelf. But with that being said, I think this is a decent enough figure. He is a little hindered in the legs. I think a little bit light on accessories. It would have been nice to get some punching hands or maybe some other hands with knives in them or something. And the ankle joints are questionable at best, but if you want a Deathdealer, I think this is your only option, only good option anyways, for the time being. And I would recommend you pick this guy up for retail or less because, yeah, he was hard to find at first, but if I can get it, pretty sure anyone can. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. Stay tuned. We're finally going to get to the Mythic Legions reviews I promised last week before I took a break because, again, I was ragged the hell out on doing a video every day. It starts to wane on you, you know. I've said that before, though. You guys know it by now. But in case you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. Live unboxing videos, all kinds of stuff. Not sure if we're going to get to that big Motu one. We'll at least do an unboxing of a couple of Motu figures on there. But, yeah, BBTS just ain't getting my stuff or really anyone else's at the time being. I don't know what's up with that, but whatever. But in case you do miss them, I do upload the live unboxing videos to my IGTV afterwards, so you can watch them in their full train wreck glory at your own leisure. But as always, don't forget to leave a comment section below. Let me know what you think of this figure. If you like it, don't like it, Jones for it, you're going to pass on it. Personally, I think most people who want this guy got him, and most people who don't want this guy are leaving him on the pigs for schmucks like me to buy 2 months after he came out. Why am I doing this video? I don't know. Just a filler. But, as always, don't forget to keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. Especially when the MCU figures are the dominant thing in the toy shelves nowadays. Ugh. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Seriously, half of these designs are boring to me. Does anyone else feel that way?